moving on to example 6, this is the same technique we just used a moment ago, except y is squared now instead of x. So again, if you recognize what's being squared, then you can make a determination what standard form we're looking for. So if y is squared, the standard form I want is the y squared standard form. So y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h. The step-by-step process is what it was in example 5. We want to do separation, we want to complete the square, factor left, simplify right, and make the proper unsquared structure on the right-hand side. Okay, those are our 4 steps. So step 1, if this is my starting point here, what 2 terms are going to move to the right? Negative 8x and 25, right? We're looking for y on the left, y squared on the left, so everything y is going to stay where it's at. So y squared plus 2y stays on the left. I'm going to leave a gap, put an equal sign. And I'm moving the 8x to the right becomes positive 8x. Moving 25 to the right becomes negative 25. Again, use good algebra when you do this. Everything that moves across the equal sign changes the sign. Everything that stays where it's at stays the same sign. And again, I'm separating, I want the squared stuff to stay on the left-hand side, the not squared stuff goes across. So y is being squared, everything y on the left, x is, and everything x and numerical on the right. Step 1 done. Step 2, we complete the square. Again, 2 things to complete the square. We take half and we square. So the number we're dealing with here is 2, and that's highlighted. 2 is the number. What's half of 2? 1, and 1 squared is 1, right? So plus 1 is the magic number, so plus 1 goes over here as well. Again, we take 2 divided by 2 squared. This 2 is that 2. Whatever this number is, divided by 2 squared. If that number was 76, we do 76 divided by 2 squared, which is 38 squared, which is some ginormous number. I shouldn't pick 76. But whatever 38 squared is what you'd add to both sides. Again, that's just how you complete the square. All right? Okay, typically, the numbers don't get ginormous. 10, 12 may be the biggest, but usually they stay pretty reasonable. All right, so half of 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1 plus 1 fixes it. Step 3 was factor left, simplify right. I'm going to simplify right first. 8x minus 24, right? We simply have to add like terms. Those signs are different, so I subtracted. 25 is bigger, so it's negative. 8x is 8x. I can't add or subtract to 24, so that's the best I can do on that side. Over on the left-hand side, again, we want a parentheses squared. That's what we want. 3 objects in the parentheses. We need a letter and a sign and a number. Letter y, sign plus, square root of 1 is 1. Take that letter, take that sign, take that square root. That letter, that sign, that square root. 3 pieces, 3 objects. Really simple to factor. Okay. So the left-hand side has been created as we wish. We got a parentheses squared. The right-hand side has to have this. And again, my key component of the right-hand side is this has to be x. Currently it's not. It's 8x. So I'm going to create that. 8 is what's messing it up, so I'm going to put 8 out here. 24 divided by 8 is 3, and it's negative, so minus. So again, whatever number's in front of it. If this said 27, 27 divided by 8 is some decimal, I don't care. If 27 divided by 8 is 3.375, let it be 3.375. I don't care what it is. I just want this to be x. Okay, I don't care what happens to these 2 things. I want that to be x. That's what standard form looks like. So y plus 1 squared equals 8 times x minus 3. All right? So, we go to graphing now. Y is squared, so what are our choices? Y is squared, what are our choices? Direction. Left or right. We have a left or right parabola. H equals positive 3. H is always with x, right? Here's H with x. Wrong sign though, minus H minus 3, so positive 3. K is equal to? Negative 1. K is always with y. It's the wrong sign though. Positive 1 is supposed to be subtract, so minus 1. And then 4p is equal to what? 4p equals 8. So p is equal to? 2. What kind of 2? Positive 2, right? So 4p equals 8. This is helpful, but I don't really need that. That's what I need. I need the p is equal to positive 2. Okay, so we had a choice of left or right. P is positive, so which one is it? Right. So it's not left, it's right. So there we go. It's everything we need to know to graph it. So now we just put stuff to paper. The vertex is 3, negative 1. 1, 2, 3, negative 1. That's my vertex. I'm going 2 to the right for my focus. 1, 2, there's my focus. If I went 2 right for my focus, where'd I go for directrix? 2 left, and what kind of line is it? Vertical. 2 left, vertical line. And the axis of symmetry is a horizontal line. Again, if you guys are getting hung up on the whole vertical, horizontal directrix, if you draw the axis of symmetry first, it goes through the vertex and focus. The directrix goes the other way.
So when you say like, if you go 2 right and then you go 2 left, you don't make a dot, you make your line.
You make a line, yeah. So the vertex and focus are dots or points. The axis of symmetry and the directrix are always horizontal and vertical lines. Final thing we need is 2p, absolute value of 2p. We just have to double 2. 2 doubled is 4. And we're going to go 4 away from the focus, and we're going to be going this way, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. We connect the dots with a parabolic curve. Put arrows on the ends of it, and there's our graph.